YouTube, hi, it's Mark, Nixon Motorsports. This channel is all about motorsports, from racing to exotic cars and even simulators. Today's video, we're going to talk about some of the upgrades that we're doing this winter in prep for next year. And relatively short video, but let's get into it. Come on. So, this winter project, not as extensive as last year, but the work never stops, never ends. So first and foremost, it's a motor swap, putting one of the newer motors in the car, which was planned. That's just the typical maintenance item. But while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and do some changes to the underside of the car. We're going to put a new floor on the car. We're going to put a new diffuser on the car. Small little advantages in doing so. Some little tweaks, if you will, have been done to the floor and diffuser itself. So let me show you some of what that looks like. If I pan down here, you can see, of course, the engine's out of the car, right? You can see kind of a mock-up area where I have the new diffuser, one of the new floor side panels sitting here, just kind of prepped up itself. If I roll over here to the front, you can see some of the trick little flare-ups here and little pieces to direct some air on the front of the car. A little more area, surface area as well, which, as most of you know, does help overall downforce for any car. So that's what we're doing. We'll go ahead and get this floor on the car. I'll bring you along and show you some of the steps on the way and what that looks like when we're done, okay? Come on. So I'm mounting the new floor parts here. Let me just pan down so you can see what I'm doing. Initially, it's just setting them up, making sure body panels mount correctly. All the mounts are different, of course. You have to pay attention to your diffuser, orientation, length and so on, basic stuff. But this is what the floor is looking like. Same width for the most part. The front's quite different. We have a little more front surface area here. We have a small little flip up on this side, as well as on the outer edge here. So all that's new. It'll be interesting to see what advantage, if anything, we'll get out of that. But let me continue putting these together, and I'll show you once we'll have it assembled, okay? So I thought I would show you a little bit of progress with the upgrade this winter. I told you I'm doing the floor and putting a new motor in the car. I have the floor and the diffuser on the car, and I thought I would just roll down here and show you what this looks like. I don't have any of the body work on it. I don't have the engine in yet, but it's okay. Just scrolling down here, you can see the diffuser itself and the new floor. Now this is just the sides. I did not replace the actual aluminum under tray itself, but I have these new floor elements mounted, installed. Looks quite nice, actually. So thought I would just roll around here and show you what this looks like. So both sides are on. By the way, if you haven't seen this before without the engine, the rear spar and such on here, this is what it looks like. So back on what am I doing for the winter project, I'm going to be adding strain gauge sensors to the vehicle, and I'll have another video on that talking about why, what are the benefits, what's involved, and the steps along the process. So watch for that video. I will be modifying my adjuster for my front sway bar. I've been struggling with trying to get my hands, arms, everything in the right position for that. So that's a good little kind of a fix-up project. And the last thing I'll be doing for this winter project is, if you remember last summer, I had a video that I talked about and showed a new steering rack and the process of doing that. I did not put the wireless hub in place, so this winter I'll be installing the wireless steering wheel hub and such, so I'll show you that process too, okay? So as I scan down here to some of the miscellaneous parts, so this is the new hub that I'm going to be installing. So this shaft itself here, I actually have this fabricated CNC actually, and so the joint actually will bolt on like that. The cool thing with this, you can't quite see it here, but through the steering hub itself, wiring will go all the way through this center of the shaft and come out here. And so when I mount this in the car, basically it'll be nice and clean. No wire cord hanging from the steering wheel. So that's all that is. I'll show you this when we get into that, okay? So the strain gauge installation itself, again, I'll have a video just on that alone, but I'll just pan down here really quick so you can see. Here's a sensor on one of the push rods. Actually, this is for the rear, just so you can see what that looks like. But that's another one of the items here for this winter project. Again, there'll be a video just on the strain gauge. So let me pan down here and show you what I have done for the adjuster for the front sway bar. Typical adjusters for sway bars have a little ratchet type of device where you depress the pin and you can move it one click forward, 2 clicks back, right? It's usually a 5-position adjuster. What I've done is I put a more, let's just say more fidelity of adjuster to a degree, but instead of this ratchet style, this one is actually a turn, a knob, so you actually turn clockwise or counterclockwise to adjust your sway bars. So let me show you what I've done. If I just scroll down here, everything's tore apart, but you can see what I've done. So this is pretty close to my right leg, but position-wise is just lower right from my steering wheel. It's out of the way, and here I can actually simply turn this knob right or left to adjust the sway bar in a much more precise manner. It does have a speed function as well. By pushing in and holding this red button, then you can actually just push and pull on the cable itself. Kind of cool. I'm going to try it. I struggled with position for the ratchet style adjuster. I'm hoping that this will help this year, so we'll find out, okay? So this winter upgrade this year, relatively simple and straightforward. Like I said, here's the car prepped itself. You can see there's no rear end, no engine installed, and so on. The new floorboard I put in place. I have new oil lines put in place. Pretty clean, outside of the wiring mess and everything else laying around here. But when I get the engine in, first of the year, do some shakedown and testing, I'll give you an update at that point. But that's it for this video. It's very, very short. Like always, I want to thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. I would appreciate that. Tell your friends and so on. And that's it for now, and we will talk later. Ciao.